such an asshole.
So let's give some free advice for the young kids out there. By the way, this video is sponsored by The Dad You Never Had. And as absurd as the concept of like, well, there's an online course to teach you shit your dad should have taught you, absurd and ridiculous as that would seem to all humans throughout all of history, we live in weird times now where we have to have a course like that. Where we have to teach common sense because they just ship you out to the public schools. They just ship you out. Don't worry. The woman with a 91 IQ who graduated with her degree in early childhood education, she'll teach you what you need to know up until the 5th grade. I get a wall of text, from an 18-year-old kid. Not necessarily his fault, but buddy, you're 18 years old. You're 18 years old and you get to vote now. You get to be drafted and shot for wars. And the free education I'm going to give all of you, free of charge. Although I did charge you the wall of text tax. By the way, thank you for half a tank of gas. That's where your money's going to be going today. Listen, kids, couple ground rules before you ask me any question. Essentially, what about life management? That's what all the questions are here. Life management. How do I make the right choice? None of it. None of the more important questions matter if you don't have the basics down. Okay? Doesn't matter. How should I handle the grip on my baseball bat? Dude, you're 0-10. You keep getting struck out. You forget the grip on your baseball bat. If you're not going to work, this kid isn't guilty of it. If you're not going to show up on time, if you're not going to do the job right the first time, it doesn't matter if you major in accounting or engineering or jerk-off studies. And swear to fucking Christ, you young kid, look at the boom. No, our lives suck. There's no future. It's like, yeah, because you suck and there is no future until you get off your ass. Until you start adulting up and being responsible. I know there's headwinds. I know there's all that. But holy fucking shit. A wall of text? No paragraphs? The lack of organization? My favorite is when I get the potheads and the drunks sending emails. Oh, yeah, sorry, dude, I was high. Why'd you waste your time? Why did you fucking waste your time? We're engaging in business. We're engaging in commerce here. You want shit to get done? What if half the, how fun is it playing a 2-person game like tennis when one person's high on pot? And you expect society to be able to engage and interact with you? Now, I don't think he's high on pot. You're just a lazy fuck. You're a lazy fuck. You couldn't. Hi, Aaron. Paragraph? Comma? Hi, Aaron. I wish I could show it to you people. But I'm too boomery. I'm not going to go and do it. Just and the voice to text because you're too fucking lazy to type a fucking email out? No. Just don't bother. Don't bother. Yeah, really. It's like, should I major in nuclear engineering? And should I have the redhead suck my dick or the blonde suck my dick? Meanwhile, you don't even wipe your ass after you take a shit and you reek of shit. Hey, hold on there, Bucky. You're not even dressed. You even what? You got a little shit going down your leg. I don't think you're ready to even step foot outside. So here, I can't guarantee every future client is going to read or watch this video, but if you can't compose a clear, succinct email that doesn't raise in the reader's eye, you did voice to text and there's wrong words, it's just a wall of text, don't fucking bother with the rest of the shit in your life. Go collect some fucking welfare. Go get some EBT, WIC chicken tendies, put them underneath your armpits, vote for Democrats, do some Adderall, smoke some pot, wonder why the fuck your life sucks, and fucking die then. I don't mean to end it early. I mean, just live, 75, 80 years. Although you're probably morbidly obese. You might make it to 50, half a century of that life. Or maybe get off your fucking ass and make a cogent, well-written email and then wipe your ass. God Christ, you got Peterson, clean your room. Dude, they're not even at that stage. Let's try wipe your ass. The preschool book to Jordan Peterson's book, Clean Your Room, is Aaron Clary's Wipe Your Ass. I can't get the girl. Should I become an astronaut or a billionaire hedge fund manager? Meanwhile, all he got is like a shirt on and no pants and no socks. He just got out of bed. Let's go to the request. Are we ready for the free? There's the free advice. Don't fucking bother if you're not going to do basic 101 shit. Hi, Cappy. First off, I want to thank you for spending your time on creating these videos. I've learned so much and I owe you big time. I just graduated. Hi, Cappy. Paragraph. First off, I want to thank you for spending your time to create these videos. I've learned so much and I owe you big time. Paragraph. Look, buddy, I know. You're a product of the public school. You're a product of the teachers. And they didn't teach you when to put in paragraphs, but Jesus fucking Christ. I'm starting to wonder what I should be doing with my money. I'm going to a local college for cybersecurity. However, I'm living with my parents and commuting from home. Good. After scholarships, my tuition is $7,000 a year. I'm very blessed and grateful to my parents who are paying for 2 years of my college tuition. Apparently, part of that requirement, a condition of them letting you live at home, and what is it? Paying for 2 years of your college tuition. There was no requirement that you use paragraphs. After that, I'll be paying the rest myself. Still not that much. It will be maybe $15,000. I'll be graduating half a year or a year early. Good. You should, with life on that easy mode. Free lodging and free tuition for 2 years. Paragraph. For work, I run a lawn care business, started and ran completely by myself. You're one of these guys. This is good. My dad knew 2 of these guys back when he was a young man. And I've had 2 guys who were clients who did this. Why? Because lazy kids are too lazy to use paragraphs, let alone mow somebody's yard. There's real money in lawn care. There is, as you're about to point out. And now you're going to face a choice because this is very interesting. For work, I run a lawn care business, started and ran completely by myself, where I make $1,500 to $2,000 a week profit. So that is $100,000. Let's do this. I know maybe the public schools, right? $1,750 a week, right? Hang on, not $17,000. $1,750 a week profit. I swear to God, I'm gonna murder everyone. $1,750. Why does it keep adding extra 5s? I didn't click on the extra 5 times 52. This is where you lawn care people don't get it. Okay, assuming this isn't a typo, you make $1,750 a week in profit. That is $91,000. $91,000. I've just been dumping the money into the bank. My personal expenses are very low because I live at home and eat the food my parents make. None of the door dashing bullshit. My expenses can vary, but are usually between $300 to $400 a month. Gym, gas for personal car, paid off, phone payment, insurance, and Crunchyroll subscription. So a lot of the money that I make just sits in the bank. I'm wondering what I should be doing with my money. I'm considering getting a small house with a few friends in the next couple of years, so I'll be saving towards that. Okay, let's stop. I got a bigger question for you. Why are you going to college, man? Why are you going to college? Starting off cybersecurity, right? You're going to start around the $45,000, $50,000 a year range. And this is the story with every one of those previous stories of a young kid who got his shit together, put together a lawn care business that was making good money. I had one guy, he was making about $50,000 a year. Now this is 5 years ago, so that's like $75,000, kind of a little bit less than what you make, but $75,000 a year, that's way more than what the average American makes. Median and mean. I don't know if they taught that in the public schools, but continuing on, And he gave it all up to go to college for some horseshit degree that his parents, you gotta go to college. You gotta go to college. Like, no, he does not have to go to college. The point of going to college is to go and make money and get a good, stable job. I don't care what leftist, Marxist, touchy, feel good, follow your heart, money will follow. You can't put a price on education. Liars say about college. I don't care what the stupid people say about college. The point of going to college is so that you can get a stable career down the road. You already have a stable career. You don't need to waste your time going to college. Now, I'm not saying it would hurt to like pick up cybersecurity on the side. I'm not saying don't go to college part time. Dude, unless it's a typo, this is where communication is very important. You're making $91,000 a year. You don't have to go to college. You just got to keep managing your personal lawn care business. That's it. You're good. You're golden. It's one of the it's the lawn care business is an amazing alignment of the planets, an amazing confluence of variables and statistics and events and events. First, there's everyone under 40 who doesn't want to work or show up on time or do the job right. I know this because I talked to, cigar lounge is a bunch of old guys, right? They don't want to mow their yards. I don't want to mow my yard. Not worth my time. But you know what also isn't worth my time? Having some kid never show up in the first place to mow it. There ain't nobody mowing yards. So you already have demand, right? Lack of work ethic for everyone under 40. And really, shut up. Right? So there ain't no work ethic. There ain't no kids working. Oh, gee, I wonder why all the jobs went to the immigrants and the Latinos. I wonder Maybe they show up. Hell, you might actually have some Latinos working for you because you got other people working for you. Say, why? Because they show up. And on time, right? So you got that. Right? You, what's the other one? So people ain't working. There's no entrepreneurship or hustle. You got that. What else? You could charge a lot because there's no you hit the sweet spot, man. And no, and listen, old people don't want to do it. Oh, obesity, that was the other variable. People are too fat to mow their own yards. You got it all sewed, man. There you go. You don't have to go to college. And man, please don't give up $91,000 a year because of mindless brainwash, automatonic pressure. Okay? It does not get any better than this. It doesn't even sound like you're the one doing the mowing. You're going to the gym. You're doing all this other shit. You're going to school. So it sounds like everyone else is doing the work. You're just you're orchestrating it, and you're making 91 grand a year, buddy. And here's where I'm fearing with the parents. The parents are going to be brainwashed. Well, my son's not going to college. He must go to college. He has to go to college because all my other friends' children are going to college. And college. No, 91,000 a year. You probably make more than your dad. Probably make more than your mom and dad combined. You need context. You need to realize what you got. You do not have to go to college. Knock it off. Go part-time. Do whatever you want. If you got the time to go to, sure, it's not going to hurt you. But swear to God, man, don't you give up 91,000 a year. Do not do that. Now we can move on to what to do with your money. Now, let me tell you, I can't tell you what to do with your money. I could give you options that you could go ahead and further research. I am not licensed to tell you what you need to contact a certified financial planner technically. Now, you could also read Bachelor Pad Economics. I go over some options there, but I'll go over options for you, but you got to figure this out, right? I'm wondering what I should be doing with my money. I'm considering getting a small house with a few friends in the next couple of years. Not a bad idea. Here's what you need to figure out first, right? Do you want to live there? Now, because you make 91,000 a year, I'd say, yeah, you should live there. You got your client base and all that. So this would not be the worst place. The place you live now today with your folks, that area would not be the worst place for you to buy a nice little house and start building up some equity. So that's not a bad idea. With a few now, when you say I'm considering getting a small house with a few friends in the next couple of years, I would not be buying a house with your friends. Like, you all pool your money together, that shit never works out. You never take on a business partner. Never. Not for your lawn care business, not for buying a house. If you wanted to buy a house, a small little house, and rent out some rooms with your friends, you're in that sweet spot where you could do that. Where a lot of your young friends, they want to move out of the house. You rent them a room. I'm going to tell you now, they also don't use paragraphs, which means they don't wipe their ass, which means they don't clean up the room and they piss all over the floor like a dog. You need to establish, here are the chores. You are responsible for these chores every week. If you don't do these chores, you're kicked out. No bullshit. Right? And a buddy of mine did that, but you know what he was? He was Gen X, where there was like this dwindling bit of modicum of adult responsibility. With you paragraphless motherfuckers out there, I don't know if you got, do you know how to clean a toilet? Do people know that well, I know you know the yard has to get raked. Do they know the floor has to be vacuumed? Do they know the dishes have to be done? I don't know. Nobody uses paragraphs, so I don't know where, mom always washed the dishes. So it's possible, but you got to rule like an iron tyrant over these guys that you're going to rent to, right? It's possible. It's possible. But otherwise, man, what I'd say at $91,000 a year, I don't know what houses are like, but a single guy like you can't possibly be looking at some big McMansion type of thing. So I'd be looking for a quiet little house, small little house, maybe even build a little house, some little house that one man can live in. And that won't be the worst investment of your money. Don't fucking cut me. The value of the house went down. Oh, interest rates went up. That's for you to figure out. I'm just saying this is an option, right? You start building up home equity over time. You're going to be there. If I was making $91,000 a year at 18, I'd stay the fuck planted. Yeah. Buy a house, live in it, pay it off, keep making $91,000 a year. In 10 years' time, geez, at 91,000, assume you don't be ridiculous with your money, you could pay off that house within 10 years. Then you're 28. You could start, if you want to start looking at a family, you could, and you'd be paid. Here's another thing, by the way. Swear to fucking God. Don't tell anyone how much money you make. Do not. Absolutely do not tell anyone you make $91,000 a year as an 18-year-old. You shut the fuck up about that. You're just this folksy little quirky 18-year-old kid, and you make around $40,000 to $45,000 a year. Oh, gee willikers, it's so hard making ends meet. That's what you say. You do not tell anyone you make $91,000 a year, because every scumbucket fake friend of yours is going to come after you for money and borrow. Do not lend anyone money, and do not tell any girls how much money you make. Do not, because, oops. I'm Prager's money, please. You wrap that shit up. I know you didn't ask about that, but I don't know, because your dad didn't teach you paragraphs, so now I got to teach you the shit your dad should have taught you. Do not tell anyone how much money you make. Do not. That's just a quirky little side. Gets me beer money. And you save the cash. Even if you were to buy the house, right? You buy some house. Oh, no, you're renting that house. As far as everybody's aware of, you rent that house. You do not tell anyone you own the house. All right. So we got that. So that's an option. Not a bad option. I also want to buy 200 ounces of silver and put about 2,000 into Bitcoin at some point. Okay, yeah, no, those are goals. Slowly accrue. And then you could do it however you want. For example, Myron over at Fresh and Fit, he asked me the same thing. He's like, hey, what price is silver? This and that, and this. Now, Myron is a millionaire. He makes multiple millions of dollars a year. I looked at him and I said, look, at $2,000 an ounce, or I'm sorry, 200 ounces at the time, I think it was like $30 or $35 an ounce. All right, you're looking at $7,500. Do you have time to worry about whether you got the right deal? Like, let's say it goes down and out of a $7,000 investment, now it's only worth 6,000 bucks. Do you care? Is this worth your time to research and all that other shit? I say, just go buy it and be done with it. You're getting it for insurance. So what? It goes down. It doesn't matter. So he did. He just bought it like that. The 200 ounces of silver might kind of be the same thing with you. Because what it is, I think I just bought a little kid some silver. It's 34 times 200. Okay, yeah, 7,000 bucks. Dude, you're making 91,000 a year. I don't know how much money you're sitting on, but do you want to be done like that with your silver? Go down to silver, get your 200 ounces, and you're done. That'd be the chore is done. It could drop down to 3,500 bucks. If you're making as much money as you say you are, your time ain't worth waiting. Oh, I gotta pay attention to the silver charts. So that's something you could probably scratch off the list right away. Silver's a little high right now, but who gives a shit? You're buying it because you're like, oh shit, the dollar collapsed. Well, thank God I got this insurance policy. So there's that. The Bitcoin, what is 2,000? I always say you should accrue over the course of your life 1 Bitcoin worth of cryptocurrency. It doesn't have to be all Bitcoin, just has to be, you could get Ethereum and all that, diversification, that kind of thing. Yeah, you want 2,000 bucks, go get 2,000 bucks worth of crypto. Right? But it doesn't have to all be today. Slowly accrue, wait for the dips to happen. Just, oh, it dropped. Oh, crypto crashed. Okay, I'm buying a little bit. Oh, crypto crashed again and buy a little bit more. That's fine. That's cool. But yeah, I'm generally for it. But you're talking small again, assuming you did your math right. If you're making 91,000 a year, I got to imagine you don't really have any expenses. By each year, you got to be stacking away at least around 30 grand a year. So I got to imagine you got 30 grand in the account roughly there. So you're talking 7,000 bucks and 2,000, you're talking 11,000, $10,000 to buy the two things you want to buy, which is not even half of the money, roughly, I estimate, that you have saved up. And you're done. You're done. There it is. You're done. It's like getting braces. Ooh, what's the price of braces? Just get the braces and be done with it and get your teeth straightened. I could get a coupon. Oh, I heard a dentist over in Guadalajara might do it. Just get your braces done, man. So, again, I'm not telling you which to buy or how much to buy, but yeah. I mean, it's better than spending your money on booze and partying. Should I open up a Roth IRA and start putting money in there? Maybe 3,000 a year. Well, here's where you need to talk to an accountant. And the reason why is you make so much, 91,000. Well, let's look at the income limits IRA. There are no income limitation contribute to a non-deductible. Is there a maximum income of traditional IRA? No. Did they change that? Modified gross income. You're fine whether you're 77,000. Your ability to deduct contributions may be reduced or limited depending on your modified adjusted gross income. 77,000. Yeah, so you're in the zone depending on your deductions and all that. Is where you'd have to talk to an accountant. Take a look at your income and your tax situation and see whether or not. So you could, in other words, what it says, you could set up an IRA. It's whether you're going to get the tax deduction on it or the Roth IRA treatment or not. So should you and can you? Yes. You should start saving up, creating some kind of IRA account. Now, they have different types of IRA or retirement accounts for different types of people, including the self-employed. I have a SEP IRA. This is for you to research and figure out, or Bachelor Pad Economics talks about it, or the internet talks about it, so you can go research it. But, God almighty. Yes, you could create an IRA account. Yes, you should create an IRA or IRA type of simple or a SEP IRA, which is geared more towards people who are self-employed. And you should be squirreling away some money in there. Which type of IRA account? That is a conversation for you and your tax accountant to have. This is also probably going to bring about a conversation you also have to have with your tax accountant about what kind of corporate structure you have. Because I'm going to guess you just went out, you banged on some doors, and now people are sending you money, and the money is being ran through your personal taxes. You should also have a conversation with a CPA about what kind of corporate structure you should have for your $91,000 a year business. And at that level, they're probably going to say what you should do is create, and you don't have to know what this is right now, but you should create an S Corp owning an LLC type of entity, which will then allow you to create a SEP IRA, right? This, in other words, what I'm saying, yes, you should set up an IRA. But first, you need to figure out what kind of corporate structure you need to officially register your company as so that you may then legally, like you're going to violate a law, so that you get the best tax deduction possible based on that corporate structure, which I'm almost guaranteeing you is going to be a SEP IRA. But again, that is a conversation for you to go and talk with a tax accountant or I'd almost go CPA who specializes in financial planning or retirement planning. That's who you really want to talk to. I don't have anyone. Go search that. But that is something I'd spend my money on before I look at crypto, silver, or anything else. Because you right now, I could tell you this, right now with that level of income, there's ways you could set up a corporation to lower your tax burden. Not a ton, but it's significant lower, and there's no risk in that. It's not like you invest in whatever IBM and it drops 90%. This is just for here and now on into the future, saving, I don't know, 5, 8 grand a year in taxes, which is significant. That's like 9, 10% a year. Right? So that's the first conversation you have to have. Then you'll figure out how to set up either a simple IRA, a SEP IRA, or maybe your accountant and advisor will tell you something different. And then based on your corporate structure, you would then be able to get the tax deduction, the full tax deduction. Now, so you say, oh, I set up an IRA. Good. Now, what do you invest in the IRA? See, an IRA is that's nothing more than a brokerage account. That's like you opening a bank account. It's just designated, and it's literally just a brokerage account where you buy stocks, bonds, mutual funds. It's just designated in an IRA and you get a tax deduction. So you still have to figure out what to invest in. Not my jurisdiction. Talk to your financial planner. A younger fellow like you is probably going to skew towards equities as opposed to stocks, as opposed to bonds because you're younger. But that's for you to figure out. You may want to look into robo-advisors that do it automatically for you, but that's up to you. But yes, you should go and create an IRA or a retirement account of some kind. But before you do that, you need to get your corporate structure figured out, your company structure figured out. And this is money well spent on a CPA, tax accountant, who has a specialty in retirement funds and retirement planning. So you got to do some research there. And then maybe 3,000 a year. That, yeah, generally ballpark, sure. That's not bad. Your tax account will tell you what to put, how much to optimize. Like mine, I don't just throw in some random amount. I throw in a very precisely calculated amount to maximize my tax deductions. And that's the job of a CPA. So that's what I would do. But because you make so much, if you were making 50 grand a year, but yeah, IRA, toss in the 6,500 max, you're done. But you're making so much money, you're starting to run into the limits. Now you have to employ a tax accountant to figure out how to lower your tax burden through the law and the IRS code. And so now it's not this simple. Oh yeah, 6,500 simple IRA and you're done. Not sure why I should be doing that. I want to be able to have 60,000 in the bank by the time I graduate. Wait a minute. Did you do your math right? You are 18 now. It's going to be 3 years. You make $1,750 a month profit. Your expenses are $350. Let me just do this. 1750 minus 350. That's $1,400 a month times 12. 16,000 a year. Okay. No, I did that wrong. Is that right? Oh, I did it. I did 12. My mistake. I knew I did something wrong. 1750 a week. Then you give me a monthly expense. So 1750 times 4.333 weeks per month. You bring in $7,582 a month minus your 350 expenses. That means you have 7,200 net expenses. Now you got to pay taxes. So let's just call it a third. Let's go 66%. So after the feds and the state takes their cut, you're making 4,707. Let's just call it 5,000 a month, right? 5,000 a month. So 5,000 times 12 equals $60,000 a year. You want to, by the time you graduate, you want 60,000 in the bank. You should have 60,000 in the bank after year one. So either you're doing your math wrong, you don't know the difference between profit and revenue, which is why I'm going to guess. You said profit, right? Words have meaning. I know, public school. I know, teachers. World's dumbest profession ever. Do you take home $1,750 a week? Or is that your revenue and you still got to pay people out? Your math ain't adding up. Don't come to me with math questions if you're not doing your math correctly. So after 4 years, you should have $240,000. 6 times 4. 6 times 2. Yeah, you should have $240,000 at the end of 4 years. Not 60,000, based on the numbers you gave me. So at year one, you had 60,000. By the time I graduate, should I prioritize just dumping money into the bank and paying off any debts I acquire and then worry about investing after college? Should I just prioritize dumping money into the bank and paying off any debts I acquire and then worrying about investing after college? No, because here's what I think you should do, buddy. If you're making $91,000 a year, you shouldn't be going to college. Part-time, pay cash. College is not your priority. So now you're not worried about accruing any kind of debts going to college. Right? If you're making $91,000. If you fucked up the math, because we don't use paragraphs anymore, and we're not going to do the job right the first time. All right. And now we just had a pretty pointless conversation because you gave me the wrong information. I don't know. I can't answer. I don't know whether you gave me the right information or not. But let's assume you're making $91,000 a year and you're saving up $60,000 a year. You should not be going to college. You should be going to college part-time at night and running your business. You should be expanding your business to make 120, 150. You found gold. You should go and expand your lawn care service if you're making $91,000 a year. Profit. Should I prioritize just dumping money into the bank and paying off any debts I acquire and then worrying about investing after college? Yeah, if you're making $91,000 a year, that's not the worst thing either. Like, I don't know how much debts you have. Do you have a lot of debts? Hang on, let me look through this word soup. I don't think you're going to have that much debt. Gym, gas for personal car paid off. Yeah, so you don't have any debts now. I would just be paying cash as you go along. You should be generating enough income, especially living at home, making $91,000 a year. You shouldn't be accruing debt at all. There should be no credit card debt or student loan debt, especially if you were to focus on expanding your business. That's what I saw Dave Ramsey recommend to an 18-year-old. Yeah, no, he's now Dave Ramsey has the philosophy that you should get rid of your debts. I agree with him. But yes, in general, let's say you, for whatever reason, you accrue debts. Whichever route you go, you accrue debts. It's going to be at least 7-8%. whether it's a car loan, a student loan, or a credit card, and you have the cash, I would pay off your debts because you can't go wrong with that. That's one of the few bits of financial advice I can legally give. Pay off your debts. Just curious to see what you recommend because I trust you want to be able to get a head start on my peers and learn to be smart with my money young. Thanks so much. Well, the first being smart with your money is knowing when you don't have to go to college. That's what I'd be saying. Again, if you're making 91,000 a year, mowing yards, stop going to college. Your time isn't worth that. At best, go part-time as a backup plan in case your lawn business collapses. But if you're making that much money, I'd focus on your lawn care business and trying to expand it. Don't expand it too much where it collapses. Make sure you hire the right people. Don't take on more than you could chew. Run a good business. That's what I would be doing. And then all the conversations we had before. But wouldn't it be funny if you gave me the wrong information and all this analysis was pointless because it wasn't $1,750 a week in profit? I'm going to double check my end here. I make $15,000 to $2,000 a week in profit. That's $1,750 times 52, $91,000. All right, my math is good. Is yours? All right, there you go. Link below, the dad you never had. You guys want to get your financials together? Bachelor Pad Economics. Sorry, Kim, I got to be hard on you because you screwed up, right? With the wall of text. Are you screwing up on your numbers now? Numbers fucking matter. This isn't fucking school where you get 3 numbers, 3 answers wrong, and you still get an 87%. One number wrong, for example, give you a simple innocent mistake. What happens if you put diesel into the lawnmower engine? Simple mistake, right? Your employee or you do everything right. You put new spark plug, 2-cycle oil, you go and you show up on time and you put diesel in the engine. That's one mistake out of 20 choices you got to make to get that long. Does that make for a bad day? Does it work? Oh, it doesn't work. Kind of like giving me wrong information. Adam Schmidt, $5. Hooray, no terrible intro today. Your fans should band together and click dislike on only those videos since we all watch all your videos anyway. It's not you guys. I just get a kick. I couldn't get through it. These comment sections where it's like, no one gives a shit, buddy. No one gives a shit. ET, 10 generous dollars. Is catastrophic health insurance still worth it? And with a $9,450 deductible with the higher monthly bill with little to no deductible? Holy shit. I'd go shopping around for insurance. That is a very high deductible. That's an incredibly high deductible. I go shop around. That's very high. I would say you'd be able to find a better deal. Adam Schmidt, $5. Ankle bracelet going strong. I've been taking notes for that book. I'll recruit a college student to write it for me since my composition skills suck. I could write it for you. I'll write it for you. I'll ghostwrite it for you. I want a percentage, but I'll ghostwrite it for you. College student to write. Holy shit. Did you see the wall of text? You're gonna get a college student in the United States to do anything? What are they gonna do? Cry and whine and talk about trans right? What? No, really, what's a college student gonna do? Adam Schmidt, $2 again. Also, loving your videos that are pure rant. Well, that's what people like, emotionality. They don't like analysis. It's not fake. I do get this agitated. It's just like, because I got to go into this isn't like, oh, this one aspect of my life has people screwing shit up, pouring diesel into a gas engine. It's all over. We don't have ice cream at the ice cream store. We don't have burgers at the burger store. We're out of chicken at the KFC. We don't have pie at Perkins. I'm from Nebraska, and I'm going to drive really slow with my RV in South Dakota. Everyone's putting diesel into the wrong engine. Did you Dre for $2? Did you charge him block text and text to speech fee? Yes, I did. I did. Charge him like an extra 35 bucks, about half a tank of gas. See, and what we're going to teach him, we will sting him now so that he stops making mistakes in the future. If we did the public school teacher way or the motherly bribe with cake and not the punishment negative reconditioning fatherly way, he'd keep making the same mistake and he'll make no progress. Like the participation trophy right now, who I believe is 40 years old and still demanding a student loan bailout. And they all got to go to better health. I need better health. This kid, now that we spanked his ass, now he's like, oh shit. Did you know numbers mean something? ET, $5. Use emergency fund of living expenses to cover the deductible or if when needed, or save it up separately as its own thing. Yes, ET. So saving up separately as its own thing, that would be an HSA account. And that's purposely what they're for. So you could throw your money into an HSA account and hopefully you never have to use it. But look into that. And regardless of where you go with that 9450 high deduct, that's very high. Unless times have changed. And I got grandfathered in 3 years ago but I would start looking into an HSA. Do not use your emergency fund living expenses. Absolutely do not. Toss money into an HSA. And that you use for your deductible, whether you choose to go with the 9450 or you find something that's a little cheaper, more like 6,000. Thanks as always, Cappy. Yeah, no problem. Adam Schmidt, $5. Apologies. Not a pure rant video, rather very sound advice like usual. Thanks for what you do, Aaron. More Amazon affiliate cut. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Adam. Everyone should be using my Amazon affiliate link. You should not be buying anything on the phone. You should be going to olderbrother.com/donate. Click on the banner there, the Amazon banner there, and do all your Amazon shopping there, which does not cost you an extra penny. It cost Jeff Bezos, the Democrat contributing billionaire, 5%. Elda Vis Fire, $2. Hyper based as always. Should I buy silver weekly? It's not. Okay, here it is. Another quote. Somebody fetch the royal Cappy scribe. Write this down. Buying. Let me make it very poetic. Let me make it very precise. You should buy silver as frequently as you jerk off. I have spoken. Scribe, write that down in the book of Cappy's great quotes. You should buy silver at the frequency you jerk off. But people jerk off at different frequency. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I personally, it's not kind of methodical, but it's not scientific. It's not intelligent. I'm bored. I gotta go run errands. Okay. And I don't buy thousands of dollars of silver at a crack. I look at how much of my time am I spending driving the half an hour up to Rapid City. Hour round trip. So I do an economic analysis. I got to run a bunch of errands and I'm going to run as many errands as possible. I could buy some silver. Then I grab my phone. I look at the silver price. And unless it's like at the tippy top, like if it's come down a little bit, I'm like, yeah. Why? Because let's say I waited for silver to drop $2 full an ounce on 10 ounces of silver or 20 ounces of silver. It's still not worth my time to wait. It's like, nah, just get it now and be done with it. Oh, but it cost you $15 extra. So what? And another thing now, I'm lucky. I worked hard at it. I have very low living expenses and I'm also old. So my time is more valuable to me than the money. The question is, how much of a pain in the ass do you want it to be? Like right now, I'm looking to buy property overseas. This is a pain in the ass. And I'm getting to the point where it's like, dude, I should just go buy some fucking property off the internet and be done with it. I don't want to, I got to fly across one ocean or the other, whether it's Japan or Croatia. I got to go across an ocean. I got to go get hotels. I got to go figure shit out. It's a pain in the ass. And it's like, oh, what if you got screwed over and the realtor fee was $10,000 more than if you took the time or if you had a try? That's fine. I'm done with it. Silver is the same way, just on a much smaller level. Just go cryptocurrency. Hey, keep an eye on it. There's apps that let you know when different investments hit a certain low, like, oh, hey, it dropped below whatever crypto is at. I don't know what Bitcoin. It dropped below 30,000. Oh, okay. And then you go buy it then. But silver, yeah, just over time, you got a little bit extra money, you got a choice. Here's another way to look at it. I could go to the nightclub and pay $20 cover charge with the $10 in covers. And then what? Another 20, at least 20, $24 that I'm going to buy girls with a drink. And depending on your wage, $80 in opportunity costs that I could have been working. I could go to the nightclub, or I could just buy 5 ounces of silver and be done with it. 5 would be a little bit, 3 or 4 ounces of silver instead, and then have something to show for it at the end of the day. Women or silver? You have chosen wisely. Hey, I should do a video. Women or hang on, I think I will. Women or silver? I gotta suss that one out. Women or silver? Oh, I love economics. I love economics. Dre, $2 TradCons. He should get married, kids, and get a PhD. Hey, he should marry a single mom. Well, that's why I was telling him, if he's making that much money, do not tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. And he's got to be real careful with because if he gets a girl pregnant, it's over. It's over for him. Well, it's over for any 18-year-old boy. I'm sorry, you're not a man yet at 18. I know you get drafted men who served and died. Those are real men. All right, typical 18-year-old boy, you're a boy. Right? You boys don't know shit. You don't know how dangerous it is getting a girl pregnant and just how it will destroy your life. So that's what I would be. You do not brag about how much money you got. Schmidt again for $5. I wonder if Chad would do me a solid to take on another client. I'll ask him, but maybe you could help me out because I know how busy he is. Unless you're a corporate client, he's not taking on any more clients. He's kind of in he's not in a retirement mode, but he's in a cruising mode. He don't want no problems. Chad's a perfect example of a minimalist. He's got a cheap apartment. He doesn't own a car because he lives in Chicago. It's not because he doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't buy fancy clothes. He doesn't go out and party. He doesn't need it, and he is keeping bad people out of his life. Not that you're a bad person, Am. He's not taking the risk. You might end up becoming a pain in the ass client. Dre, $2 girls, but he's 6'5", finance trust fund. If not, oh, yep. Dre again, $2. Dave Ramsey, get married and pay off your wife's debt. I know. How about no, Dave? Why am I out of focus? Come on. There we go. Nothing but the finest Logitech has to offer. Yeah, no, don't pay off your wife's debt. No. And God bless Dave Ramsey, but he's from an older generation, and his wife obviously is a wonderful woman. I also heard, hang on, let's look. I've never looked. Everyone says she's hot. Dave Ramsey's wife. Let's take a look. Let's see if she's older, Sharon Ramsey. Let's take an image. Sharon Ramsey. I mean, she's not drop dead gorgeous. Was she a blonde or a brunette? I'm confused. Which one is she? Yeah, she's good looking. She's thin. She's in shape. I mean, she's not Selma Hayek, but yeah, she's cute. She's a good looking gal. I was expecting more of a bombshell, but no, she's an attractive woman, very, very pretty woman. And it looks like they've been married. I saw the wedding picture, probably looked like when I was born. That's how long they've been married. Yeah, those days are over. No, you do not. And pay off your wife's debt. Yeah, your wife's college debt, if any, back in 1973, Dave, was what, $2,000 max? He's so cute. He's such a boomer. Ah, Dave. You really oughta. I wonder if Dave could be transported, like there'd be a science fiction movie where he just magically like Big with Tom Hanks, except it's the reverse. He de-ages, and instead of being a 64-year-old man or whatever he is now, he turns into a 24-year-old man, and he's got a date, and he comes back, "No, don't get married." He gets all haggard when he turns back to an adult. "No, I've seen the future. Don't do it." Dre, $2. You should play the Great One intro when internet down. Why has the internet been down? Dre again, $2. Only $35 fee. Great One is right. You're still to no. That was the tax on top of the fee. I charge him $75 total. Dre, $2. But does affiliate link work on mobile? No, it doesn't work on mobile. Don't use your phone. Use the computer. Dre, $2. But Vince, Rob, TJ say you like pain in your ass. Yeah, those guys are a pain in my ass. Dre, $2 again. At least Silver can't divorce or falsely accuse you. No, it cannot. All right, there you guys go. Link below, the dad you never had. If you need other advice on investing and all, there's the internet. You can always search it on the internet. But there's also Bachelor Pad Economics, right? That's my flagship book. It's not something you read through. It's 500 pages. It's a reference book. You find out where you are in life. You go to that chapter, buying a car. That's what you read. Retirement planning, look at the IRAs right there. Great resource. All right, I'll see. Oh, wait, one more. Ken Rose, $5. Gives the thumb up. Thanks, Ken. All right, that's it. More on the way. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.